Lufeng, the lord of Qingxiao City in the upper realm of Immortal realm, was a powerful divine emperor. After falling, the primordial god reincarnated into a small aristocratic family on the Nine Realms continent in the lower realm, becoming the first useless member of the family's history. Chapter 1. The first waste of wood in the history of the Lu family. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. 9 regions continent, Dusha Kingdom, Qingxiao, Pingyang City. In the 11th battle, Qingxiao of the Chen family fought against Lufeng of the Lu family. On the blood-stained battlefield, the old man in Xuani announced indifferently. What, the next person from the Lu family to fight is actually Lufeng. Did you make a mistake? Lufeng went to battle against Qingxiao. What did the Lu family think, sending Lufeng to fight? As soon as the old man in Xuani finished speaking, there was an uproar below the battlefield. Everyone looked shocked and unbelievable, feeling extremely absurd. Not only were the audience surprised, but even the Lu family members involved looked at each other in confusion. What's going on? How did the people from the Lu family who participated in the battle get swapped? After a brief moment of confusion, the head of the Lu family, Lu Qingyuan, suddenly looked at the middle-aged man beside him who had a similar appearance to him. That's his younger brother Lu Qingsong, he can even think of it with his toes. He definitely did this. How could he not be angry that his younger brother was going to kill his son? Isn't it Lu Chao who participated in this battle? How did he become Lufeng? Who can tell me what's going on? Lu Qingyuan's face sank like water, although he was asking everyone, his eyes were fixed on Lu Qingsong. Yes, big brother. I'm also puzzled. There's no Fenger on our list of players, is there something wrong? Lu Qingsong said with a surprised expression on his face. Did you make a mistake? Is there such a coincidence? Lu Qingyuan sneered, wishing he could just go up and strangle this younger brother to death. If you're not mistaken, someone is secretly plotting against Fenger. Lu Qingsong said, but this is a bloody battle, and we can't change people at all. Otherwise, let's just give up. Fenger is the future head of our Lu family, he can't afford any mishaps. Nima. Upon hearing these words, Lu Qingyuan almost spat out old blood. Lu Qingsong's words may seem to be for the sake of Lufeng, but in reality, they are murderous, because once the Lu family admits defeat, they have to get out of Pingyang City. And this matter is still caused by him. Anyone in the Lu family can back down, but he cannot. At least he cannot back down for the sake of Lufeng, otherwise waiting for him will be a betrayal. But if you don't give up, your only son will have to die without any suspense. As for the reason, it is that Lufeng is the most useless person in the history of the Lu family. He started practicing at the age of 5 and has not been able to reach the state of condensing qi even at the age of 20 this year. But Qingxiao is a genius of the Chen family, with a cultivation level that has reached the level of quenching the yuan. He can easily hang a group of Lufeng with just one finger. Moreover, today the Lu and Chen families engaged in the most brutal bloody battle, and those who were named must fight to the death. Unless one side admits defeat, the Zhu clan should roll out of Pingyang City. At this moment, all the Lu family members looked at Lu Qingyuan, waiting for him to make a final statement. Dad, for the sake of the Lu family, the child is willing to fight. As Lu Qingyuan was in a dilemma, a young man stood up and said. He is Lufeng, the successor of the future head of the Lu family, and also the first useless person in the history of the Lu family. He has not yet cultivated to the state of condensed qi. Fenger has a great spirit. Lu Qingsong immediately praised. Lufeng smiled and said, Uncle Heir praised me falsely. As a man from the Lu family, how could he be greedy for life and afraid of death? Not bad, there are no men from the Lu family who are greedy for life and afraid of death. Uncle Heir is here to wish you a successful start and slay the younger generation of the Chen family. Lu Qingsong laughed heartily. Borrow the auspicious words from Uncle Heir, Lufeng also smiled. Damn it, Lu Qingyuan gritted his teeth and didn't expect Lu Qingsong to be so despicable. "Dad, I'm going," Lu Feng said to Lu Qingyuan, "Fenger." Lu Qingyuan's body trembled and his face instantly turned pale. Lu Feng smiled and said, "Dad, I am a man from the Lu family. It is my responsibility to fight for the Lu family. Dad knows, Dad is waiting for you to come back." Lu Qingyuan nodded heavily, his eyes already turning red, because he knew this was a farewell. "Don't worry, I'll be fine." Lu Feng smiled and then turned around and walked towards the battlefield. Looking at Lu Feng's back, many members of the Lu family were moved. Previously, Lu Feng was seen as a waste in their eyes, but now they are impressed by his sense of responsibility. "Fenger, if you make any mistakes today, Dad swears that anyone who harms you will be buried with you, no matter who he is," Lu Qingyuan silently said as he looked at Lu Feng's back. His nails were deeply embedded in the flesh, and the leached blood stained his hands red. Unlike the pessimism and despair of the Lu family, the Chen family was incredibly relaxed because this battle had no suspense for them. Xiao, although Lu Feng is a waste of the Lu family, his identity is not ordinary. "Killing him can also dampen the morale of the Lu family," said Chen Zhao's father, Chen Hongkue. "I know, it's just killing a useless person without any sense of achievement. My goal is Lu Chao, but I didn't expect him to become a shrunken turtle." Chen Xiao was somewhat uninterested. He is a contemporary genius of the Chen family, and Lu Chao is a genius of the Lu family. He tried hard to compete with Lu Chao, but unexpectedly, the Lu family sent a useless person on stage, giving him a feeling of punching in the air. "It's okay, it's not too late to kill Lu Feng and then Lu Chao," Chen Hongkue smiled. "Okay, then I'll go kill Lu Feng first." Chen Xiao nodded and quickly walked towards the battlefield. After arriving at the battlefield, he did not take the steps, but jumped directly onto the platform with ease. At this moment, Lu Feng was still walking steadily and leisurely. "Lufeng, come and suffer." Chen Xiao shouted at Lufeng. Lu Feng grinned at the words and said, "I'm walking slowly to make you live longer. Is that how you want to die? Damn it, it's truly the #1 waste in the history of the Lu family, it's really impressive." Lu Feng's words immediately caught countless gazes from the towering mountains. "That's right, I'm about to die. If I don't be arrogant, I won't have a chance." Some people were also amazed and secretly sighed. These were all sensible people who smelled the scent of conspiracy from it. "I won't argue with you, I'm waiting to kill you," Chen Xiao sneered. "Okay, wait for me and also enjoy your last moments," said Lu Feng. Chen Xiao said, "You should say this to yourself." "I'm serious, don't underestimate good people," Lu Feng said solemnly. "Whatever you say, I won't argue with a dead person," Chen Xiao sneered. "I'm really serious, why don't you believe me?" "I believe it, how could I not believe the words of the first day of the Lu family, Chen Xiao laughed heartily. "Ah. I'm really telling the truth." Seeing this, Lu Feng couldn't help but shake his head. After a moment, Lu Feng finally arrived at the battlefield under the spotlight. But when he looked up at the 3 zhang high battle platform, he could only walk honestly towards the steps. Before stepping onto the steps, Lu Feng glanced at Lu Qingyuan, who was surrounded by the Lu family, and his mouth twitched imperceptibly. He thought to himself, "If it weren't for you being my father, I wouldn't have cared about your damn mess." Chapter 2. Unable to hold on. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment, Lu Feng did feel a bit sore, and if possible, he really wanted to slap Lu Qingyuan's big mouth. The reason why the Lu family engaged in a bloody battle with the Chen family was because he, a scoundrel, was robbing Chen Hongshan, the head of the Chen family, of a woman at Yichuan Tower and publicly slapping Chen Hongshan. Who would have thought that the reason for the bloody battle between the two major families was that the two family leaders were jealous of each other in the brothel? Although it's all for the sake of their own face, it's hard to say. Regardless of victory or defeat, they will eventually become the laughingstock of Pingyang City. Of course, Lufeng also knew that the Chen family was using the topic as a pretext, because they had always wanted to become the first family in Pingyang City. On the battlefield, there were bloodstains, most of which had not yet dried up, and even blood was slowly flowing. These are the blood of the Lu and Chen families. 10 bloody battles, each with people killed, blood stained the battlefield red, and the bloody smell made people nauseous. Finally, Lufeng stepped onto the last step and climbed the battle platform. "I'm here." Lufeng smiled at Qingxiao like a spring breeze. Qingxiao raised the corner of his mouth with a contemptuous expression and said, "Not bad, you didn't wet your pants." "Why, you wet your pants? Did your mother bring you a diaper?" Lufeng was suddenly surprised. Qingxiao. Lufeng. "But how do you change diapers in public?" Qingxiao. Lufeng. "Forget it, why don't you go down and change your diaper? Once you're done, come back up." Qingxiao. Haha! A burst of laughter echoed from the battlefield. Nima. Qingxiao's face turned pale with anger. Originally, he wanted to mock Lufeng, which he had planned to do before killing him. And teasing Lufeng is humiliating the Lu family. But the result was that he was teased by Lufeng and became a laughingstock. "Lufeng, now, immediately, kneel down and kowtow to my young master to admit your mistake. I can still give you some relief, otherwise, I will definitely make your death extremely painful and embarrassing." Qingxiao said in a cold voice. Lufeng pouted and said, "Let me kowtow to you and admit your mistake. Who gave you the confidence? Seeking death." Qingxiao was furious and drew his sword before cutting towards Lufeng. "If you want to kill me, go to hell." Lufeng shouted at the sight and drew his sword to fight back, his momentum even more arrogant than Qingxiao. However, Qingxiao's attack was fast and fierce, while Lufeng's sword-drawing posture was both foolish and clumsy, and the two sides were completely out of class. "It's over." Seeing this scene, the Lu family couldn't help but sigh silently. Although they usually look down on Lufeng and have some criticisms about his future inheritance of the Lu family, Lufeng is still a member of the Lu family and is fighting for them. Seeing that he is about to die, they naturally cannot bear it. Fenger. Lu Qingyuan closed his eyes in pain. Good death. Two cold flashes flashed in Lu Qingsong's eyes, and his heart was filled with joy. Like Lu Qingsong, the Chen family is also happy. As Chen Hongkue said, although Lufeng is a waste, he is still the future heir of the Lu family. Killing him would definitely be a heavy blow to the Lu family and would definitely suppress their morale. As for the people watching the battle in Pingyang City, what they saw was an excitement, so they all widened their eyes and didn't want to miss any details. Puff. The sound of the sharp blade piercing through the body, although slight, was like a huge rock fiercely hitting everyone's hearts. This. How could this be? I'm not dreaming, am I? At this moment, the Lu family was foolish, the Chen family was foolish, and everyone who saw what happened on the battlefield was foolish. What they expected did not happen, and the result was completely different from what they expected. It was not Lufeng who died, but Qingxiao. Lufeng's sword pierced Qingxiao's chest, and a recognized waste killed a recognized genius. Yes, the result is so outrageous, beyond everyone's expectations. Fenger is not dead, my son is still alive, haha. Lu Qingyuan, who happened to open his eyes, suddenly stood up, his face flushed with excitement. How could that be, shower? Chen Hongkue collapsed into a chair. On the battlefield, Qingxiao remained in an attacking position, but his sword did not hit Lufeng, while Lufeng's sword pierced his chest. And until now, he had not figured out how Lufeng avoided his attack and how he stabbed him. I've told you to cherish your last moments. Don't you believe me? Do you believe what I'm saying this time? Lufeng shook his head and sighed. Tell me exactly. What's going on? You trash, how? How could you kill me? Qingxiao stared at Lufeng tightly, not understanding the reason. He couldn't close his eyes. Lufeng gave a sly smile and said, Who told you I'm useless? You. Qingxiao's face changed. Lufeng was a sword pulled out and inserted into Qingxiao's chest. As a blood arrow shot out from Qingxiao's chest, his vitality was completely cut off, and his body slowly collapsed on the battlefield. Who? All the Chen family members suddenly stood up, and Chen Hongkuei's eyes were torn apart, but in the end, he could only be powerless and furious. There are 3 elderly people sitting cross-legged in the rear of the Chen family theater command, all of whom are members of the Chen family and hold a noble position in the Chen family. At this moment, the 3 elders frowned tightly, and one of them, dressed in black, looked at the other 2 elders and said, What do you think? It should be an accident, said the old man in gray. If it weren't for an accident, we wouldn't have been able to explain this, said the old man in white. As the words fell, all 3 of them fell silent. Although they are unwilling to accept it, the fact they see is that Qingxiao's sword was clearly capable of killing Lufeng, but when it was about to pierce Lufeng, it suddenly veered off course, causing him to not even touch his hair. The most sinister thing is that even though he was able to dodge Lufeng's attack, he did not, but instead took the initiative to collide with Lufeng's sword, causing him to be stabbed to death with one sword. That is to say, Qingxiao took the initiative to send it up for Lufeng to kill. But what's so special about this? Qingxiao's head is in the water and he will take the initiative to die. But if it weren't for an accident, this matter wouldn't have been explained at all. At this moment, the biggest feeling for the 3 of them was the pain in their eggs. Such a bloody thing could have happened, and the fate of the useless Lu family was also too good. On the stage, Lufeng had already walked around the stage 3 times, constantly waving to the audience as he walked, causing thunderous cheers and whistles from below. Lu Xiao's divine martial arts. Thank you. Thank you. Lu Xiao is invincible. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lu Xiao, I love you. Ha, I love you too. This scene made the Chen family furious. Damn it. Damn it. Qi Sha, I too. The Chen family was furious one after another. If it weren't for this bloody battle, some people would have been unable to resist taking the stage and beheading Lufeng. Alright, you can go down now. The old man in Xuanyi walked onto the battlefield expressionlessly. Alright. Lufeng, who had already filled his pussy, obediently walked towards the battlefield. The kid who has had a bad luck. The corner of the Xuanyi old man's mouth couldn't help but twitch. Today's incident is the most outrageous event he has ever encountered in so many years of life. Of course, the professional qualities of the old man in Xuanyi are still there. After Lufeng stepped off the battlefield and Qingxiao's body was carried away, he continued to announce, in the 12th battle, Lu Yu of the Lu family will fight against Qingyao of the Chen family. As the old man in Xuanyi spoke, Lufeng, who was walking down the steps, suddenly stopped and looked towards the direction of the Lu family. Why can't some people remember the principle that, if you don't die, you won't die? If someone insists on dying, then I will fulfill you. Chapter 3. Lufeng, are the rules in Pingyang City. You are listening at novelfull.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 4. Lufeng, Jiedan Realm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Because Lufeng returned to the battlefield, the rules of bloody battles have changed. At this point, anyone from the Chen family can take the stage, whether it's a 1.1 fight or a group fight. But Lufeng could only fight alone. There are only 2 outcomes to this situation. First, Lufeng was completely afraid of killing the Chen family, and second, he died on the battlefield. It can be said that the blood battle platform has completely opened up to the Chen family at this time, and there is no need to have any concerns. Dad, it's Chen Hongsen. After seeing the Chen family rushing towards the battlefield, Lu Yu's face changed greatly. I see. Lu Qingyuan's face turned pale with iron. Although Lu Feng even killed Qingxiao and Qingyao, he won inexplicably, which was not his own strength. Moreover, Chen Hongsen is not comparable to Qingxiao and Qingyao. He is a true expert in the Jiedan realm, and even in the entire Pingyang city, he is a formidable figure. Dad, come up with a way to save brother quickly. Lu Yu said anxiously. Lu Qingyuan's face turned pale. Lu Yu was anxious, and he was even more anxious. There are only two ways to save Lu Feng at this time. One is to immediately surrender to the Chen family. But in the first 10 bloody battles, several members of the Lu family have already died. In order for Lu Feng to surrender, not only the families of the deceased, but also other members of the clan will not agree. The second solution is for the Lu family to immediately send someone on stage to replace Lu Feng, but that would violate the rules of bloody warfare. Even if the Lu family is the first family in Pingyang City, this rule cannot be broken, otherwise it will become a target of public criticism. By then, there would be no need for the Chen family to take action, and Pingyang City would no longer have the foothold of the Lu family. That is to say, neither of these two methods can save Lu Feng. Fenger. Lu Qingyuan's heart was twisted like a knife. He had never felt so powerless before, and it was his younger brother Lu Qingsong who forced him into such a situation. Lu Yu's gaze at Lu Qingsong was also filled with resentment. Before today, she had never thought that her second uncle would be so cruel. Dad. Lu Yu looked at Lu Qingyuan with a hopeful expression on her face. Yuer, we need to trust your brother. He can kill Qingxiao and Qingyao, as well as Chen Hongsen. Lu Qingyuan said hoarsely. Lu Yu's face instantly turned pale as paper, and her last hope was shattered. At this point, Chen Hongsen had already jumped onto the battlefield. Children of Lu Feng, suffer death. Chen Hongsen's eyes were about to crack, and he rushed towards Lu Feng. However, Lu Feng was still interacting with the audience, immersed in the pleasure brought by pretending to be forced, and unaware of Chen Hongsen's arrival. Whoosh! Chen Hongsen was like a wild beast with crazy hair, rushing fiercely behind Lu Feng with a sword. He wants to behead Lu Feng as a tribute to his son. Ah! Under the battlefield, a scream erupted, and countless people opened their mouths in shock. One is an expert in the Jiedan realm, and the other is a waste. Moreover, the Jiedan realm is almost a surprise attack, and the result can be imagined with the heel of one's foot. Lufeng, it's over. But just as everyone believed that Lu Feng was bound to die, he suddenly took a step forward. It was this seemingly casual step that left Chen Hongsen's sword in vain. Surprisingly, he didn't die and dodged this. The audience was dumbfounded again, and they all had a feeling of pain. At this moment, almost everyone wanted to ask. First, Qingxiao and Qingyao, and now it's Chen Hongsen. Are you guys from the Chen family here to be funny? Is that okay? Chen Hongsen didn't expect his sword to be dodged by Lu Feng like this. Of course, he reacted quickly, flipping his wrist, and the sword came back with a counterattack. I'll give you face, it's not over yet. Lu Feng suddenly turned around and swung his sword at the same time. Chang! The two swords intersected, and Chen Hongsen's body swayed, while Lu Feng stumbled and took 2 steps back. What? The audience was shocked and pale. Almost everyone from the Chen and Lu families suddenly stood up, their faces shocked, and their gaze at Lu Feng was as if they had seen a ghost. Because in this encounter, although Lu Feng was somewhat embarrassed, he actually blocked Chen Hongsen's attack. Chen Hongsen is a master of the Jiedan realm, so Lu Feng's strength is also about to emerge. Lu Feng is also in the realm of Jiedan. He is not a waste, but a super genius, far beyond their proud pride. No wonder he was able to kill Qingxiao and Qingyao. It wasn't because of their mistakes, but because Lufeng's strength was far superior to theirs. Understood, everything understood. Over the years, they have all been deceived by Lufeng, who has been pretending to be a pig and eating tigers. Damn it. The Chen family, who understood, rushed into a rage, but also strengthened their determination to kill Lufeng. These demons cannot be left behind, and today's blood battle platform is the best opportunity to kill them. At this moment, the hearts of the Lu family were also filled with waves, and they never dreamed that the waste they had always thought of was actually an expert in the Jiedan realm. Several clan elders also looked at each other in confusion. They had all checked Lu Feng's body, and more than once, they couldn't understand how Lu Feng had deceived them, and why did they deceive them. "Let's ask Qingyuan about this matter," said an elderly man with white hair and beard. "Yes, we must ask the head of the household what's going on and why they want to keep it from us." Everyone nodded in agreement. Unfortunately, they were destined to be disappointed. At this moment, Lu Qingyuan was even more confused than them. Looking at Lu Feng on the battlefield, he kept thinking to himself, "Feng heir is in the Jiedan realm, my son is in the Jiedan realm. I didn't expect you to be in the Jiedan realm." Chen Hongsen gritted his teeth on the battlefield after a brief shock. "Why, can't I be in the Jiedan realm?" Lu Feng gave Chen Hongsen a big white eye. Chen Hongsen didn't expect to be looked down upon in this way, so he couldn't help but sneer and say, "What if you are in the Jiedan realm? Today you will die, and no one can save you." Lu Feng grinned and said, "I don't know if I will die or not, but you must be dying soon. It doesn't matter if the king of hell comes." Arrogant. Chen Hongsen was furious and directly attacked, stabbing Lu Feng's throat with a sword. Chang. Lu Feng waved his sword to block Chen Hongsen's attack. Death. Chen Hongsen followed with another sword. This sword is faster and more fierce, and the whole person exudes a fierce aura. Lu Feng snorted coldly, blocking this sword again. But as soon as he blocked this sword, Chen Hongsen's third sword arrived, followed by the fourth and fifth swords. Chen Hongsen swung his sword after another, like a fierce beast emerging from a cage. He wants to kill Lu Feng in the simplest and most brutal way, only in this way can he calm the anger in his heart. Lu Feng is also not ambiguous. Every time he is facing the tough steel, even if he is repeatedly defeated by Chen Hongsen, he does not retreat. Chen Hongsen unleashed hundreds of swords in one breath, unleashing such a frenzy that even a master in the Jiedan realm couldn't bear it. His face turned red and his breathing became heavy. However, even so, it forced Lu Feng to the edge of the battle platform, without even injuring him. "Impossible, I must kill him." Chen Hongsen roared in his heart, unable to accept the result. "Are you enough?" Just then, Lu Feng's cold voice rang out. Chapter 5. Hurry up and invite our ancestors. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Kill. Chen Hongsen turned a deaf ear and struck Lu Feng's face with a sword. Chang. Lu Feng raised his hand to block the sword and even flashed to the side of Chen Hongsen. "It's my turn." Lu Feng grinned at Chen Hongsen, revealing a white tooth, and then stabbed with a sword. Shoo! This sword was as fast as lightning, and by the time Chen Hongsen reacted, it had already reached his chest. "Get out of here!" Chen Hongsen exclaimed with excitement, repeatedly waving his sword to block it. "Although I blocked this sword at a critical moment, I got a cut in my chest. Come again." Lu Feng grinned, followed by the second, third, and fourth swords. One sword is more powerful than the other, and one sword is more fierce than the other. Moreover, his aura began to increase and soon reached the middle stage of the Jiedan realm. This realm is already on par with Chen Hongsen, and his offensive has completely suppressed Chen Hongsen, causing him to retreat step by step and barely resist. After reaching the middle stage of the Jiedan realm, Lu Feng's aura did not stop and continued to strengthen with his attack. Finally, Chen Hongsen couldn't hold on anymore, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. Then, under his frightened gaze, he was stabbed in the chest with a sword from Lufeng. Lufeng's aura also stabilized, and in the later stage of the pill formation, it happened to elevate Chen Hongsen by a small level. Look, I'm not lying to you, can't I even save you when the King of Hell comes? Lufeng said sincerely as he looked at Chen Hongsen on his deathbed. I Nima. Chen Hongsen spewed out a mouthful of old blood in anger. Even though you had killed me, I still spoke sarcastically. Are you still a person? At this moment, Chen Hongsen really wanted to curse Lufeng into a bloody mess, but the rapidly passing vitality made him unable to speak a word, and ultimately ended his life in anger and unwillingness. After Qingxiao and Chen Yao, Lufeng beheaded another expert from the Chen family in the Jiedan realm. Lufeng is in the late stage of the Jiedan realm. The Lu family members were in an uproar. Damn it, damn it. The Chen family turned pale as they were fooled by Lufeng again, which also made them feel deeply fearful. At the age of 20, I practiced until the end of the elixir realm. Will it take time for their Chen family to survive? Be sure to kill him to prevent future troubles. Uncle Clan, did we go and kill Lufeng? Chen Hongkue looked at a skinny old man beside him with a gloomy expression. Okay. The old man nodded. Then the two stood up and quickly charged towards the battlefield. Both of them were in the late stage of the Jiedan realm, and their joint efforts to kill Lufeng were more than enough. Seeing this scene, although everyone in the Lu family was worried, they had no choice but to watch helplessly under the constraints of the bloody battle rules. The elders of the Lu family hated Lu Qingsong even more. It was him who changed the battle list for personal gain, and it was him who buried the peerless genius of the family. At this moment, they really wished to shatter Lu Qingsong into pieces. Also, Lufeng, you said you were pretending to be useless when you had nothing to do. Now you're done, you're playing with yourself. They can't even save you if they want to. Lu Qingyuan is the same. He can't even understand his own son. What else can you do? At this point, Chen Hongkue and the emaciated old man had already stepped onto the battlefield. Lufeng, you really surprised us. The emaciated old man squinted at Lufeng and said. I'm flattered. Lufeng gave a faint smile. The emaciated old man said, if you endure for another 10 or 20 years, our Chen family really can't do anything about you. Unfortunately, you exposed yourself too early. Lufeng said, I don't want to expose it so early, but unfortunately someone did it. The emaciated old man's face turned cold and he said, killing my Chen family is a way to pay for it. Lufeng smiled and said, you can't take my life away, but your life will definitely stay. Arrogance. Chen Hongkue suddenly changed his color. Lufeng glanced at Chen Hongkue and said, I never talk big. If you don't believe me, you can go ask your son. This sentence can be described as killing one's heart. The emaciated old man frowned, while Chen Hongkue's face turned pale. Then I will behead you, to pay homage to my son's spirit in heaven. Chen Hongkue let out a furious shout and struck him head-on. Death. The emaciated old man also followed closely and took action. The war resumed, and from the beginning, Chen Hongkue and the emaciated old man had the absolute upper hand, causing Lufeng to retreat step by step. Okay, kill him. All the members of the Chen family smiled grimly upon seeing this. The hearts of the Lu family members were raised to their throats. Brother. Fenger. Lu Qingyuan and Lu Yu's faces turned pale. But soon people realized something was wrong, that although Chen Hongkue and the emaciated old man killed Lufeng with no fighting power, they couldn't hurt him, let alone kill him. Just like when Chen Hongsen and Lufeng clashed, Chen Hongsen was also in a fierce mess at first, but in the end, he was counterattacked by Lufeng. Can't the same thing happen again? The Chen family suddenly felt a little startled and couldn't help but start thinking wildly. As soon as the Chen family had this idea in mind, Lufeng, who was being forced into danger, suddenly let out a long roar and forced the emaciated old man Chen Hongkue back with a sword. Lufeng launched a counterattack and quickly regained his disadvantage. In this scene, the Chen family was greatly shocked. By the time they regained their senses, Lufeng had already taken the upper hand. No, we can't let the same thing happen again. Even if someone from the Chen family rushed towards the battlefield, there were more than one of them. But before they could climb onto the battlefield, the outcome was determined. Chen Hongkue and the emaciated old man were both killed by Lufeng, and Lu Feng's aura was also elevated to the peak of the Jiedan realm. This. Everyone petrified again, staring at Lufeng on the battlefield in a daze. They never expected that the waste in their eyes would become so strong. At the same time, they also want to ask Lufeng, why are you pretending to be cowardly even when you are so strong? When all of us think you are about to die, we will come back and kill you. Although it's really exciting, you also need to consider our hearts. Who can bear this sudden shock? Lufeng child, suffer death. A few loud shouts startled the people out of their daze. Someone from the Chen family climbed onto the battle platform again, this time consisting of 4 people, all in the state of Jiedan. This immediately made people's hearts ache again. Can Lufeng pass through the 4 Jiedan realms? Within the Chen family's theater command, Chen Hongshan frowned and his face was also unpredictable. At this moment, although the 4 experts of the Chen family's Jiedan realm were besieging Lufeng, Chen Hongshan did not feel at all relaxed. Instead, a shadow shrouded in his heart, and there was always a bad feeling that could not be dispelled. The reason why he is like this is because Lufeng is too wicked. Since he took the stage, the Chen family has believed that they can kill him in every battle, but the result is that the Chen family has died. Moreover, Lufeng's strength is getting stronger and stronger, and he has already reached the peak of the Jiedan realm. At the peak of the Jiedan realm at the age of 20, not only in the small Pingyang city, but also in the entire Great Xia kingdom, it is a top-notch demon. But it was such a demon that deceived everyone and endured it for 20 years. Can these people from the Chen family really kill him now? The more he thought about it, the more anxious and restless Chen Hongshan became. In the end, Chen Hongshan nodded and called a young man, "You, hurry back to your family to invite your ancestors." Chapter 6. Chen family ancestor arrives. You are listening at novelfull.audio. While Chen Hongshan sent someone to invite the Chen family's ancestor, Lu Qingyuan also said to Lu Yuer, go back immediately and invite the ancestor. Only the ancestor can save your brother now. Okay, I'll go back now, Lu Yuelyan agreed. Remember, you must truthfully tell your elder brother's situation to our ancestors. I know. Lu Yu left, and Lu Qingyuan's gaze returned to the battlefield. Fenger, you must persevere. When our ancestors know about your situation, they will definitely come to save you. Looking at Lufeng, who was fighting fiercely with the 4 experts in the Chen family's pill-forming realm, Lu Qingyuan silently said. If Lufeng is still the same useless person as before, or even just an ordinary Jiedan realm, Lu Qingyuan is not sure if his ancestors will stand up for him. But now it's different. Lu Qingyuan believes that as long as his ancestors know about Lu Feng's current situation, they will come to protect him as soon as possible. Of course, the prerequisite is that Lu Feng must persist until his ancestors arrive. At this time, the clan elders present at the Lu family were also holding an emergency meeting to discuss how to protect Lu Feng. As for the Chen family, they wished that Lu Feng would die soon. Suddenly, a cry of surprise sounded, and the experts of Chen and Lu families stood up in shock. The reason why they behaved so recklessly is because a master of the Jiedan realm who besieged Lu Feng was killed by Lu Feng. Before killing this person, Lu Feng was in an absolute disadvantage, and the 4 experts of the Chen family cooperated very well. That is to say, under normal circumstances, Lu Feng has no chance of killing, or he must pay a heavy price if he wants to kill, and may not necessarily succeed. But the result was that not only did he kill people, he himself was unharmed, and even the vast majority of people didn't understand what was going on. They only saw the sword light flash and fell to the battlefield. This kind of unconventional thing is not only difficult for the Chen family, but also for the people of the Lu family to accept at the moment. And just as people were stunned, Lufeng killed another person, causing the remaining 2 Jiedan realms to retreat in panic. However, they also dared not escape from the battlefield, so soon the 3 of them fought back together. He is not the pinnacle of the Jiedan realm, he is the half-step mystical realm. The black-clad old man among the 3 clan elders of the Chen family suddenly lost his voice. Not only him, but also several people had already recognized Lu Feng's cultivation. Although the aura is still at the peak of the Jiedan realm, its strength has truly surpassed that of the Jiedan realm, but it has not completely reached the Xianjing realm. Damn it, it's actually a half-step mystical realm. The Chen family's faces turned pale with fear and anger. Fear the strength of Lu Feng, anger the cunning of Lu Feng. That's 5 experts in the Jiedan realm. They were just killed by Yin, and the 2 Jiedan realms who were still fighting against Lu Feng would definitely not survive. Including them, there are only 7 experts in the alchemy realm, and the entire Chen family only has 15 experts in the alchemy realm. That is to say, in just such a short amount of time, Lu Feng killed half of the backbone of the Chen family. However, it no longer makes sense to say these things now. Since Lu Feng is in the half-step mysterious realm, it is useless to deal with him in the ordinary Jiedan realm. Everyone stay honest, the old man in black shouted in a low voice. Subsequently, the old man in black looked at the old man in white and the old man in gray and said, "We went and beheaded Lu Feng." Okay. The old man in white and the old man in gray nodded. Then the 3 of them left their seats and headed straight for the battle platform. Upon seeing this scene, several clan elders of the Lu family suddenly stood up. "Chen family, you've gone too far. Do you really think my Lu family has no one?" Several clan elders shouted angrily and rushed out. "Lu family, are you going to break the rules of bloody battles?" The old man in gray shouted at the sight. The old blush of several clans of the Lu family turned red, but now they only want Lu Feng to be safe. What are the rules of bloody warfare? Compared to Lu Feng's life, it's nothing. "Fart, it's because your Chen family is shameless," said the old man, cursing. "That's right, so many of you bullied a younger generation of the Lu family and even had the face to bite back. It's really shameless," someone said bitterly. "There is a kind of competition among peers, don't let the younger ones come out, let the older ones come out again." Inema. This sentence almost caused the Chen family to collectively spray blood. Lu Feng is already half a step into the mysterious realm. You even said you want to compete with our peers and even said we don't have face. You are really shameless. Don't pay attention to them, it's important to get rid of Lu Feng, the old man in black said in a low voice. It's useless to argue now, killing Lu Feng is the right thing to do. And it was entirely expected that the Lu family would stop him, as long as they could first charge up to the battlefield and kill Lu Feng. Okay. The old man in gray and the old man in white nodded together, both soaring their speed to the extreme. Not good. Seeing this scene, the faces of several clan elders in the Lu family changed greatly. If the 3 of them were to climb to the battlefield first, they would undoubtedly die. A few people immediately turned red-eyed and rushed towards the battlefield like crazy. Stop them. Chen Hongshan saw this and led the remaining members of the Chen family to greet them. Kill. Lu Qingyuan also rushed out of the observation area with people at the first time. But after all, the 3 elders of the Chen family were one step ahead and eventually climbed onto the battlefield. Lufeng, suffer. The old man in black jumped onto the battlefield and swung his sword directly at Lufeng, followed by attacks from the old men in gray and white. The three of them not only have the strongest killing move when they make a move, but their strength is also half a step in the mysterious realm. Bold. Dare you? Several elders of the Lu family, seeing the situation, were about to crack their eyes and shouted angrily. But they are still some distance away from the battle platform, and the distant water cannot save the nearby fire. They can only watch as the attacks of the three elders of the Chen family submerge Lufeng. Fenger. Lu Qingyuan's face turned pale with fear. But the next moment, Lu Qingyuan suddenly widened his eyes, and the fear on his face was replaced by shock. Several clan elders of the Lu family were the same, even stopping in shock and standing there like wooden sculptures and clay sculptures. Not only them, but everyone was stunned by what happened on the battlefield once again. Because Lufeng did not die, the three elders of the Chen family died. With just one sword, Lufeng killed all three clan elders of the Chen family in the half-step mysterious realm, and the process was simply not too simple. This result once again exceeded everyone's expectations. Tens of thousands of people stared at the figures on the battlefield in a daze, their collective thinking interrupted, until a frightened voice broke the silence. He is a powerful figure in the Xianjing realm. The speaker was an elder from the Lu family, whose voice was hoarse due to excessive excitement. Of course, he was not the only one who discovered that Lufeng was a powerful figure in the mysterious realm. After all, the oppressive and domineering aura had already explained everything. Lufeng is a strong figure in the Xianjing realm, even though it is only in the early stages of the Xianjing realm, it is still like a fake exchange. This result greatly boosted the morale of the Lu family, while the Chen family's face turned pale. As for Lu Feng's father, Lu Qingyuan, he was panting heavily and his whole body was excited and crazy. Yeah, who dares to say that my son is useless again in the future? Let's see how I deal with him. All along, Lufeng has been synonymous with waste. Lu Qingyuan has been suppressing it for 20 years, and today he finally feels proud. At this moment, another figure climbed onto the battle platform. After seeing this person clearly, someone suddenly exclaimed in surprise, "Chen family ancestor." Chapter 7. Chen family ancestors calculation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It's the ancestor of the Chen family. I'm not mistaken, the ancestor of the Chen family is here. This is a powerful figure in the later stage of the Xianjing realm. Why, is he going to take action against Lufeng? You're stupid, Lufeng is a powerful figure in the Xianjing realm. If he doesn't take action, can anyone else in the Chen family deal with him? Moreover, Lufeng has killed so many people in the Chen family, and the Chen family ancestors must seek revenge. Isn't that saying that Lufeng is dangerous? It's not dangerous, it's a dead end. Not necessarily, maybe there will be a miracle happening. It's impossible. That's right, after all, Lufeng is only 20 years old. No matter how talented he is, he cannot be stronger than the Chen family ancestor. Alas! What a pity. The appearance of the Chen family ancestor caused a sensation under the battlefield, with many people whispering to each other. The Lu family's expression was difficult to see to the extreme, while the Chen family was overjoyed. Lu Qingyuan's face turned pale, and his mood once again plummeted into the abyss. The Chen family's ancestor has arrived, but our own ancestor has not. This matter is really complicated. People, why haven't they come yet? Lu Qingyuan looked around, jumping in anxiety. The ancestor has arrived, that's great. I must dismember Lufeng in countless pieces to dispel my hatred. The Chen family all looked grim and gritted their teeth. On the battlefield, Lufeng looked at the little old man in front of him, who was about a head shorter than him. He was also the first time he had seen the Chen family ancestor. The ancestor of the Chen family appears to be in his 50s, wearing a loose linen robe. Although he looks unremarkable, he is very energetic. Although it has restrained its momentum, it still gives people a strong sense of oppression. Lu Feng knew that this sense of oppression was the aura developed by long-term high positions, which is commonly referred to as not being angry and self-imposing. The ancestor of the Chen family is also looking at Lu Feng. He is not unfamiliar with the Lu family, the number one garbage in history, but has never paid attention to it. But now it's different. Lu Feng has gone from being the first waste in the history of the Lu family to the first pride in the history of the Lu family. At the age of 20, Xianjing, if this news were to spread, it would definitely shock the world. In the early stage of the Xianjing realm. Soon, the ancestor of the Chen family confirmed Lu Feng's cultivation level, and also noticed that Lu Feng's realm was a bit unstable, probably just breaking through the Xianjing realm. Even so, it made him envious to death, secretly thinking that heaven is unfair. How could such a genius not come from his Chen family? Your name is Lu Feng, the son of Lu Qingyuan, said the Chen family ancestor calmly. Not bad. Lu Feng looked calm and composed. Are you not afraid of me? Why am I afraid of you? You killed so many people in my Chen family, aren't you afraid that I'll kill you? Do you also want to bully the small with the big? The Chen family's ancestor chuckled and said, on this bloody battlefield, killing you is not a form of bullying, and you are too wicked to live with peace of mind. Upon hearing this, Lu Feng raised his eyebrows and said, then you can't kill me. The Chen family ancestor smiled and said, are you so confident? Lu Feng said, this is not confidence, it is necessary. You will know in a moment. What's going on? Shouldn't our ancestor just kill Lu Feng directly? Why are we still talking to him endlessly, and they seem to be having a great conversation? The Chen family is quite puzzled by the behavior of their ancestors. As the saying goes, if you kill early, there will be change later. If you keep grinding around for a while, the ancestor of the Lu family will come. Can you still kill Lu Feng at that time? The members of the Lu family were also puzzled, feeling as if the Chen family's ancestor had lost his head today. But they were so happy, the longer the time dragged on, the more advantageous it was for them. It won't be long, I'll let you know now. On the battlefield, the Chen family's ancestor had a smile on his face, but his palm had already been clapped out like lightning. Faced with the sudden challenge from the Chen family's ancestor, Lu Feng raised his hand with a sword. Shoo! This sword is incredibly sharp, directly dissolving the palm of the Chen family ancestor. A hint of surprise flashed on the face of the Chen family ancestor, because the power of Lu Feng's sword had reached the level of the middle stage of the Xianjing realm, truly worthy of being a peerless demon. Of course, it was just a surprise because he didn't give it his all either. However, he won't show mercy anymore because the ancestor of the Lu family has arrived, so he doesn't have to wait any longer. It turned out that chatting with Lu Feng was not because his mind was in the water, but because he was waiting for the Lu family's ancestor to come over. If he kills Lu Feng directly, with his understanding of the ancestors of the Lu family, there is a great possibility that the other party will turn back directly. This is the plan of the Chen family ancestor, using Lu Feng as bait to force the Lu family ancestor to come. This is Yang Mao. As long as Lu Feng doesn't die, the ancestor of the Lu family will have to be led by his nose and eaten to death by him. Sure enough, when he raised his palm again to attack Lu Feng, an old voice came from afar. Chen Zhuang, stop. When the voice first appeared, it was still very far away, and by the time it fell, the person had already reached the square. That was an old man in a white robe, with white beard and hair, stepping on the audience's heads and flying towards the battlefield. It is the ancestor of the Lu family. Lu Han, you can't stop me. I'll let you see with your own eyes the Qingxiao of your Lu family being killed, said the Chen family ancestor with a hint of mockery and sneer on his lips as he finished speaking. He slapped Lu Feng's chest with his palm. This time, the ancestor of the Chen family no longer held back. Although it was a slap, it gave people a feeling of destructive power. This is the strength of the strong in the mysterious realm. In addition to their own strength, they can also borrow the power of heaven and earth, and every move and gesture is blessed by the power of heaven and earth. No matter how strong a person's power is, how can they compete with the power of heaven and earth? Therefore, there is a saying that all ants exist in the mysterious realm. Chen Zhuang, if you dare to kill Lufeng, I will slaughter your entire Chen family. Seeing this, the ancestor of the Lu family exclaimed in shock. The Chen family is full, as if there is no one in your Lu family. The Chen family ancestor sneered. Everyone has their own family, no one is afraid of anyone. Faced with the killing move of the Chen family's ancestor, although his cultivation was far inferior to the opponent, Lufeng still had no fear and was very calm. Shoo! Lufeng directly drew his sword and beheaded the ancestor of the Chen family. This is a win-win strategy. Unless the Chen family ancestor wants to die together with Lufeng, they must first protect themselves. Sure enough, the ancestor of the Chen family frowned and dodged the sword of Lufeng on his side. The reaction was pretty good, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Chen's ancestor sneered, and his other palm had already patted Lufeng again. And the speed of this palm was even faster than that of the previous palm, and suddenly it hit Lufeng's chest. Chen Zhuang, dare you? Seeing this scene, the ancestor of the Lu family's eyes were about to crack, and his beard and hair were all open. The ancestor of the Chen family only sneered when he heard this. Bang! A heart-wrenching muffled sound shook the entire battlefield as if it was about to collapse. Lufeng was slapped by the Chen family ancestor and flew all the way to the edge of the battle platform before stopping. It's okay. Chen's ancestor raised his eyebrows. Originally, his palm did not hit Lufeng's chest, but was blocked by Lufeng's fist. Although embarrassed, he was not injured. You should know, this was his almost all-out strike, but he couldn't hurt Lufeng. How could he not be surprised? But he didn't have a chance to take action again, because the ancestor of the Lu family has arrived. Chapter 8. You are a domain-strong person. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Grandfather has finally arrived, that's great. The Lu family breathed a sigh of relief as they saw their grandfather finally arrive on the battlefield. This time, the ancestor of the Chen family is having a headache because the Lu family is now two powerful members of the Xianjing realm. On the battlefield, the ancestor of the Lu family looked at the ancestor of the Chen family and said, Chen Zhuang, let's call it a day. If the bloody battle is cancelled, just pretend that nothing has happened. How about that? The ancestor of the Chen family immediately rolled his eyes and said, Lu Han, Lufeng has killed so many people in my Chen family. Just one sentence from you is enough. Did you not wake up or did I not wake up? The ancestor of the Lu family frowned and said, how do you think we should solve it? The ancestor of the Chen family said, Lufeng will be handed over to my Chen family for disposal. The Lu family will get out of Pingyang City. Chen Zhuang, you've gone too far. The ancestor of the Lu family's face sank. Then we can only have one battle, said the ancestor of the Chen family. The ancestor of the Lu family raised his eyebrows and said, Chen Zhuang, do you think it clear that I and Lufeng can work together to kill you? Then give it a try and see who can kill who. Arrogant. The ancestor of the Lu family snorted coldly. The Chen family's ancestor sneered, why, you dare not. Indeed, you are still afraid of death as always. Since you are determined to die, then I will fulfill you. The ancestor of the Lu family became angry with embarrassment, rolled up his sleeve, and punched him in the face. This punch was fired by the ancestor of the Lu family in anger, and he used 10% of his strength directly. Boom boom. The power of heaven and earth converges on the fist, as if carrying a mountain peak and smashing it down. Faced with this terrifying blow, the Chen family ancestor showed a playful expression and waved his palm. Bang! With a muffled sound, the earth shook and the mountains shook. The ground beneath their feet shattered into a large area, and the battle platform almost collapsed. Puff! The ancestor of the Lu family spurted out a mouthful of blood and stared at the ancestor of the Chen family in shock. Have you broken through the peak of the mysterious realm? Chen family ancestor said, can you and Lufeng join forces to kill me this time? Upon hearing this, the ancestor of the Lu family turned pale and his heart sank to the bottom. He looked at the ancestor of the Chen family and said, you weren't in a hurry to kill Lufeng just now, and I said you were foolish. So it was all your calculation. Chen's ancestor smiled and said, not bad. The reason I kept Lufeng was to attract you. How about we solve it together? The ancestor of the Lu family said, even if you break through the peak of the mysterious realm, you have confidence that you can kill the two of us. Together, we also have a great chance of killing you. Chen's ancestor smiled and said, that's why I hurt you. Despicable. The ancestor of the Lu family's face turned pale with iron. Chen's ancestor said, all right, I won't tell you anymore. After we solve the two of you, I still need to arrange for someone to take over your Lu family. After finishing speaking, he turned around and rushed straight towards Lufeng. The ancestor of the Lu family was immediately anxious when he saw this situation. He could die, but Lufeng must not have any problems. Lufeng, hurry up. Lu family ancestor rushed frantically towards Chen family ancestor and shouted loudly. You are still as foolish as ever, Chen family ancestor sneered and turned around, slapping Lu family ancestor on the chest. It turned out that his attack on Lufeng was fake, and his true target was still the ancestor of the Lu family. Suffering heavy damage, the ancestor of the Lu family spurted out a mouthful of blood, but did not retreat, and even punched and fiercely attacked the ancestor of the Chen family. The reason why he worked so hard was to buy time for Lufeng to escape. But Lufeng did not take the opportunity to escape, but instead watched the excitement from the side. Yes, it's just that it's lively and enjoyable to watch. Even if the ancestor of the Lu family has been severely injured, he has no intention of asking for help. Lufeng, what are you waiting for? Let's go quickly. The ancestor of the Lu family urged him again. He was now giving his life to buy time for Lufeng, but Lufeng became a spectator, really treating this battle stage as a stage. Dad, why isn't brother leaving? Lu Yu, who had already rushed back, stomped her feet urgently. How do I know? Lu Qingyuan was even more anxious than Lu Yu. If possible, he really wanted to go up and arrest Lufeng. What's wrong with Lufeng? What a fool. The Lu family members were also anxious like ants on a hot pot, not knowing which nerve Lufeng was drawing. Lufeng. The ancestor of the Lu family shouted again, he really couldn't hold on anymore. This time, Lufeng finally had a reaction, but still didn't move. Instead, he said calmly, Ancestor, you don't have to worry about me. Focus on the battle and kill that old guy. Ancestor, come on. Nima. Upon hearing this, the ancestor of the Lu family spewed out a mouthful of blood. You really speak cold words. If I could kill Chen Zhuang, would I still let you escape? I am currently working hard for you, do you know? I am your grandmother. It took me several lifetimes to bear such a bastard descendant like you. At this moment, the ancestor of the Lu family was almost infuriated by Lufeng, and even the ancestor of the Chen family's face twitched. Of course, this is also what he wants the most. Finally, the ancestor of the Lu family gave up, lost all hope, and was completely knocked out of combat power by the ancestor of the Chen family. The Chen family patriarch was not in a hurry to kill the Lu family patriarch. He wanted the Lu family patriarch to witness with his own eyes how the Qingxiao of the Lu family was killed by him. Lufeng, you are really a talented person, you have broadened my horizons, said the ancestor of the Chen family in front of Lufeng. Thank you. Thank you. Lufeng immediately said with a smile. Upon hearing this, the ancestor of the Chen family was immediately amused and said, do you think I'm praising you? Otherwise. You really don't know what to do, said the Chen family ancestor with a heavy expression on his face. Do you want to kill me? Lufeng showed a sudden realization. Chen's ancestor said, you didn't escape just now. Do you think you can still leave alive? Lufeng shrugged and said, why did I run away? You can't kill me. Okay, then I'll let you see if I can kill you. As the words fell, the face of the Chen family's ancestor was as cold as ice, while his palms fiercely slapped. That's it. Faced with the blow from the Chen family's ancestor, Lufeng looked disdainful. The Chen family ancestor also sneered, because he knew that Lufeng was purely pretending to be coerced, otherwise he would have already fled when he clashed with the Lu family ancestor. As for the result of pretending to be forced, it is naturally death. This is called self-inflicted sin cannot live. Boom boom. The Chen family's ancestors carried the power of destroying heaven and earth with their palms, and in the blink of an eye, they captured a picture of Lufeng approaching. Until then, Lufeng raised his hand and drew his sword. Ah! The ancestor of the Chen family was immediately frightened and widened his eyes, as he found himself suddenly unable to move and was bound by an invisible force. Give it to me. The ancestor of the Chen family was shocked and frantically tried to break free from his constraints. However, it was useless. The power he was proud of was like a flea shaking a tree in front of this restraining force. But Lufeng's sword rapidly magnified in his eyes. Puff! The tip of the sword pierced through the chest and came out from behind, piercing through the body of the Chen family ancestor. This people are once again stunned and trapped in petrification. The severely injured ancestor of the Lu family lying on the ground rubbed his eyes several times before finally confirming that what he saw was true. Lufeng killed the ancestor of the Chen family. In the early stages of the Xianjing realm, he killed a Xianjing peak, and it was as simple as crushing a bug. At this time, the Chen family ancestor also regained his freedom, but everything was too late and his vitality was rapidly losing. Are you a domain expert? Said the ancestor of the Chen family in great fear. Chapter 9. Ancestor, can you get up on your own? You are listening at novelfull.audio. You see, I'm not lying to you, can't you kill me? Lufeng stabbed the chest of the Chen family ancestor with a sword and said sincerely to him. You're not in the Xianjing realm, you're a domain realm powerhouse. The Chen family ancestor looked at Lufeng in terror, his gaze no longer on someone, but on a demon. I guessed it right, but unfortunately there was no prize, Lufeng grinned. No, you're lying to me. You're not a domain expert, what's going on? Chen's ancestor stared at Lufeng tightly. The reason why he was so excited was because Lufeng's aura was still in the early stage of the Xianjing realm, and apart from the power that had restrained him just now, Lufeng had never shown the power of a domain-strong person, including the final sword. Lufeng shrugged helplessly and said, I said you guessed right. Don't you even believe yourself? Impossible. The Chen family's ancestor roared loudly, spraying out a mouthful of blood due to excessive force. Don't move around, if I move around again, I'll pull out my sword. You should know that as long as I pull out my sword, you'll die immediately, said Lu Fenglian. Chen's ancestor said, I just want to know what happened just now. Lufeng said, then we need to do it again, can you? Nima. The Chen family's ancestor was once again infuriated with blood. Come again, do you really think I dare not draw my sword? Lufeng jumped to the side, avoiding the blood sprayed by the Chen family ancestor. Of course, the sword that was inserted into the chest of the Chen family ancestor was also pulled out. Ha! As the sword was drawn out, the Chen family ancestor's body shook and then he fell on his head. The ancestor of the Chen family has passed away, but he never closed his eyes. The Lu family ancestor's eyelids twitched wildly as he saw it, because with the cultivation of the Chen family ancestor, even if Lufeng drew his sword, he wouldn't die so quickly. He was enraged to death by Lufeng. Thinking back to the scene of himself desperately watching the play, the ancestor of the Lu family couldn't help but feel a surge of anger and blood. Yeah, even though he has the ability to kill the Chen family ancestor, he has been abused like this. This Lufeng is really not an ordinary damage. Calm down, his surname is Lu and he belongs to our Lu family. The ancestor of the Lu family could only perform self-hypnosis. And just as the ancestor of the Lu family was lost in thought, Lu Feng had already shouted in the direction of the Chen family, do you still have anyone coming up? Upon hearing this, although everyone in the Chen family gritted their teeth in hatred, they couldn't help but lower their heads. Even the ancestor at the peak of the Xianjing realm was beheaded, who dared to go up and die. We give up, Chen Hongshan said with a pale face. These few words directly drained all his strength. He knew that after the Chen family was finished, there was no possibility of turning over. Chen Hongshan, you can't just admit that you lost, Lu Feng grinned at Chen Hongshan. This smile directly changed the faces of the Chen family, and Chen Hongshan shuddered even more. What are you going to do? Lu Feng said, you have to show some sincerity. After all, this bloody battle was initiated by your Chen family, which caused several people to die in our Lu family. Upon hearing these words, the Chen family almost cursed loudly. They really wanted to ask Lu Feng, wouldn't your conscience hurt when you said these words? Chen Hongshan's face turned pale as iron. What sincerity do you want? Lu Feng said, you know. The Chen family suddenly looked at Chen Hongshan in surprise. Chen Hongshan looked at Lu Feng, his body trembling and his eyes turning blood red, but his emotions were very calm. I can give you the sincerity you want, but you must promise me to let go of the remaining members of the Chen family. Don't worry, as long as they don't waver in their thoughts in the future, I won't bother to talk to them either. Okay, I hope you keep your word, Chen Hongshan shouted, then drew his sword and committed suicide. Master. The members of the Chen family were shocked and pale. Several strong men rushed towards Chen Hongshan, only to find that he had already passed out of breath. Bullying people too much, really treat me like the Chen family is easy to bully. Someone roared, thinking that even if they wanted to go find Lu Feng desperately, they were just grabbed by someone before they could rush out. In this scene, everyone was gasping for air, and even the Lu family felt a chill entering their bodies, from head to toe. A few casual words forced Chen Hongshan to death, and Lu Feng's cruelty made them shudder. Looking at Lu Feng again, their eyes were full of fear. Until then, Lu Feng walked up to the ancestor of the Lu family and looked down at him, saying, Grandfather, can you get up on your own? This sentence directly asked the foolish ancestor of the Lu family, thinking that Lu Feng was going to help him, but unexpectedly, he was asked to get up on his own. Yeah, I am your ancestor. What's wrong with you helping me? You disrespectful descendant, is that how you respect your elders? In an instant, the ancestor of the Lu family's heart ran past 100,000 grass mud horses. If possible, he really wants to hold down Lu Feng and beat him up. Unfortunately, the current conditions do not allow it. Of course, even with this condition, he dare not. He still remembers the scene of Lu Feng killing the Chen family ancestor with one sword. Calm down, calm down. His surname is Lu and he belongs to the Lu family. I am his ancestor and I cannot have the same understanding as him. The ancestor of the Lu family activated hypnosis mode and looked at Lu Feng with a sorrowful expression. His aggrieved expression was like that of a frustrated daughter. Law, making Lu Feng feel goosebumps all over. Grandfather, you look so naughty. Lu Feng said with a serious tone. Get lost. The ancestor of the Lu family was so angry that he almost stood up and walked away. What kind of thing is it that I was teased by a future grandson and didn't dare to beat him up? Looking at the shy and angry back of the founder of the Landing family, Lu Feng's lips lit up with a hint of mockery. He had no good impression of this ancestor, let alone a sense of awe. The bloody battle between the Lu and Chen families came to a complete end, but the people who watched this battle were extremely excited, and the reason for their excitement was naturally Lufeng. It turns out that the trash in their minds is not only a peerless genius, but also a super strong person. This also made people understand that no one in Pingyang City can compete with the Lu family anymore, and the rise of the Lu family is unstoppable. Brother. As soon as Lufeng walked off the battlefield, he was hugged tightly by the excited Lu Yu, who ran over. Brother, you're really amazing. You killed all the ancestors of the Chen family. Lu Yu's eyes were full of admiring little stars. I know your brother is amazing this time. Lufeng smiled and scraped on the tip of Lu Yu's nose, doting on her fair and tender face. I understand. Lu Yu chuckled, but then complained, but why didn't you tell us so early? It's causing both my father and I to worry so much. I've always said I'm amazing, but you don't believe me, Lufeng said with a smile. That doesn't count, I always thought you were bragging, Lu Yu said with her cheeks bulging. Lufeng smiled and said, don't blame me if you don't believe me. Fenger. Lu Qingyuan also walked over. Dad. Lufeng shouted repeatedly. Lu Qingyuan's face darkened and he kicked Lufeng's buttocks, saying, Little rabbit, you almost scared me to death. Tell me, how much more do you have to hide from me? Chapter 10. Second uncle, you are wrong. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Dad, what did I hide from you? Lufeng rubbed his buttocks and said with a look of grievance. Lu Qingyuan stared and said, let's first explain today's situation clearly. Aren't you unable to cultivate? Can someone who cannot cultivate kill the Chen family ancestor? Dad, you've wronged me by saying that. I've never said I can't practice, but I've always said I'm okay, it's because you don't believe me. I can testify, brother has always said that, said Lu Yuelian. You shut up. Oh. Lu Qingyuan's note to Lufeng. Through this incident, I have ample reason to believe that your refusal to get married is not the bullshit reason you said. It is highly likely that you have a family outside, is that so? Upon hearing these words, Lufeng's tiger body trembled, as if looking at a monster at his bastard father. What kind of brain circuit is needed to steer the topic away like this? Dad, let's continue talking about why I can cultivate this. Lu Yu said with a cunning expression, brother, this is just a cover-up. Covering up is the truth. To be honest, you have found some sister.in.law for me. Do you look good? How old is my nephew? When will you bring them back? What sister.in.law, what nephew? If you keep talking nonsense, I'll beat you up, Lufeng glared. Lu Yu immediately looked at Lu Qingyuan with grievances and said, Dad, brother wants to hit me. Little bunny, you're showing off. Can you show me a fight? I'll just scare her and make her play, hee hee. Fenger, you are already 20 years old. Don't let your father push you anymore. Is it so difficult for your father to have a grandson as soon as possible? Lu Qingyuan said earnestly. Lufeng's head was as big as a bucket. Dad, can we go home first and then talk about it? Sure, but you must go on a blind date tomorrow, get married by the end of the year, and have a chubby grandson for me next year. At this moment, everyone from the Lu family also walked over. In the past, these people looked down upon Lufeng from the bottom of their hearts, and even if it weren't for him being the son of Lu Qingyuan, many people wouldn't take him seriously. But now, the eyes of these people looking at Lufeng are all scorching with fear from the bottom of their hearts. Because they all saw that Lufeng was really ruthless. Lu Qingyuan waved his hand and said, go home. Yeah, this arrogant feeling is really satisfying. Along the way, Lu Qingyuan walked at the forefront with his nose facing upwards, walking at a pace that his 6 relatives did not recognize. But this time, no one felt anything inappropriate about his small and successful appearance, and instead, he was extremely envious. The Lu family even welcomed them with their families. Even the ancestor of the Lu family, who had returned to the family first, disregarded his injuries and personally welcomed them. Such a grand ceremony is naturally meant to welcome Lufeng. From now on, he is no longer the first useless person in the history of the Lu family, but the first arrogant person in the history of the Lu family, and also the strongest person in the history of the Lu family. Everyone's gaze at him was filled with admiration and fanaticism, and of course, there was also a deep-seated fear. The entire Lu family is decorated with lights and colorful decorations, even more lively than the Chinese New Year, but the atmosphere inside the family hall is somewhat oppressive. As soon as Lufeng returned to his family, he had his ancestors gather all the important figures of the Lu family in the main hall. His purpose in doing so is naturally for the sake of his second uncle Lu Qingxiao. If he dares to calculate their family so blatantly, there must be an explanation. Lu Qingxiao was accompanied into the main hall by 2 clan elders. Of course, although he was accompanied, he was actually escorted. At the time when Lufeng beheaded Chen Hongkue and the emaciated old man, a clan elder of the Lu family quietly targeted Lu Qingxiao. When he saw the situation was not good and wanted to escape, there was no chance left. Having met our ancestors, all the elders of the clan, Lu Qingxiao saluted the Lu family ancestors, appearing calm and composed on the surface, but in reality, he was extremely anxious. Uncle Heir. Lufeng spoke directly. Fenger, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. You killed all the ancestors of the Chen family. Second uncle is so happy. Lu Qingxiao looked at Lufeng with 2 bright eyes, but the fine beads of sweat oozing from his forehead betrayed his heart. Thank you, Uncle Heir. However, Uncle Heir would be even happier if I died on the battlefield, wouldn't he? Lufeng's face showed a faint smile. Lu Qingxiao immediately said, how could that be? I am your uncle, how could I expect you to die? Since Uncle Heir still remembers our relationship, I would like to ask Uncle Heir, I wasn't on the list of the Lu family going to war originally. How did I get up, and it was your son Lu Chao who replaced me? As we all know, I am just a useless person. Making me fight has no effect except to die. Lu Feng's gaze was clear and he looked at Lu Qingxiao calmly, second uncle, is that how you love your nephew? Lu Qingxiao said, aren't you okay? You even killed the ancestor of the Chen family. And if Uncle Heir doesn't force you to do this, we don't know how long we'll be deceived by you. Fenger, why did you deceive everyone even though you have such strong strength? If you had stepped forward earlier, the Chen family wouldn't have dared to cause trouble, and no one in our Lu family would have died in vain. Lu Qingxiao sighed helplessly and said, alas, although you have made great contributions to our Lu family this time, Uncle Heir still wants to say something to you. You did not consider this matter carefully. It has to be said that Lu Qingxiao is very capable of stirring people's hearts, and as he spoke these words, some people's expressions changed. Especially those who have lost loved ones in battle, they have developed more or less resentment towards Lufeng in their hearts. As Lu Qingxiao said, if Lufeng were willing to step forward earlier, their loved ones would not have died. But the fact is, if it weren't for Lu Qingxiao changing the battle roster, it's unclear how long this bloody battle would have lasted, and how many people from the Lu family would have died in battle. If we only talk about this aspect, they still have to thank Lu Qingxiao. With this thought, their hatred towards Lu Qingxiao suddenly faded a lot. Lufeng said, so second uncle knows about my hidden strength. Lu Qingxiao was taken aback for a moment, then shook his head and said, you're hiding so deep that even our ancestors don't know. How could I know? Lufeng said, so when Uncle Heir changed the list, I was still a useless person in Uncle Heir's heart. As long as I stepped onto the battlefield, I would die. Lu Qingxiao's face changed and he said, you can't say that. Lu Feng's face sank and he said, so what should I say? Are you even going to kill me? Do I have to say thank you to you? You. You're okay, aren't you? Lu Qingxiao retorted. If I'm really a useless person, then something's up, and even if you calculate, I won't count, not even my sister. I'm blocking your path. Is Xiaoye also blocking your path? Second uncle, my father is your own brother, I am your own nephew, and Xiaoye is your own niece. But you want to drive our whole family to extinction. Second uncle, do you think this is killing us? Lu Qingsong's face changed drastically and he said, are you going to kill me? Lu Feng smiled and said, you're wrong. It's not that I'm going to kill you, it's that my ancestor wants to clean up the door.